Hola, ¿qué tal? Les saluda Lucas Zero Impact Gamer y en esta ocasión vamos a continuar la misión de Intervalo que debe haber terminado cuando... Bueno, la cosa está de que vamos a hacer esta misión aquí donde que esto pasó hace un año y ahí fue donde apareció el personaje de Shenhe y esta otra personaje que está ahí, que es Yujin. Bueno, ahí básicamente van a ir viendo ahí cómo se desarrolla todo.
Look! Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky! But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Bywin! And hey, Beto! And hey! Person Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains balanced.
En 2 partes se está dividiendo la reconstrucción del Palacio Hare.
Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise to its target altitude.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Beto? You're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of sunset vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Cantante de ópera.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this is... sorry.
Shenhe. I am their... friend.
Good to meet you. A friend of a friend is my friend too. Or, as I like to say, a mate of a crewmate is part of the crew. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed. To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the plastrite required. Fortunately, it was approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side. Wow! So it looks like the 3 of us are competitors now. Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help him win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you... Sounds great!
I think I see where you're going with this. The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, how'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Suling if he's heard of them. You guys...
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts?
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress first brings all. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go! By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang?
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment, so I would...
Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it.
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an adeptus. It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Muy bien, ahora vamos a hacer encontrar todo eso que hay que buscar, construir esa cámara reconstruir esa cámara flotante. Yo pensé que esa misión ahí se iba a quedar, que solamente iba a ser una misión temporal, pero no, la agregaron más tarde. Eso es lo bueno. Lo que me gustaría es que otras misiones así las agregaran también, pero lamentablemente no es posible. Así que si algunas misiones de evento también me hubiera gustado que las hubieran dejado, claro, sin las recompensas que daban cuando salieron. Así más que todo la gente nueva o la gente que se perdió esos eventos, como yo, que me perdí varios, más que todo porque llegó un tiempo donde este juego me dejó de gustar. Más que todo porque era muy difícil subir de nivel y toda la vaina, pero era más que todo porque simple ignorancia de algunas cosas. Cuando una persona ya empieza a descubrir algo, o descubre más que todo cómo es eso, puchica, se hace más fáciles las cosas. Eso es más que todo. Entonces al hacer más fácil, al descubrir eso se hace más fácil y todo.
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were
Of course I have. Sorry.
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry, my brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon, even folks who don't make it to the opera all that often. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time.
No, we were gonna ask you what kinds of ore...
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium. If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions. It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, though, that's trickier. It's all but... I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard... Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter Iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the Divine Damsel of Devastation also takes place on that mountain. I hear the view there is quite spectacular. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not delay. We should head straight there.
Eso, tanto Shenhe como Yujin salieron en la... No me recuerdo cuál fue la... No sé si fue la 1.5 o la 1.6, que fue el Festival de la Linterna. Y desde entonces, pero eso fue hace casi, fue hace casi un año. Y entonces Shenhe no ha tenido un rerun. Esa Yunjin, una vez tiré en el banner permanente ahí en mi primera cuenta. Y ahí fue donde, ¿cómo que se llama? La obtuve. Me sorprendió porque bueno, no entendía antes cómo estaba cómo funcionan los banners, pero sí.
Such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic towering... No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. What's the story of...
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool.
Ahorita básicamente está un poco, podríamos decir, lo más aburrido de toda la misión. Pero para mí es interesante más que todo volver a revivir, más que todo porque yo hice esta misión cuando estaba ese evento y dije, no hombre, hay que empezar a hacer los eventos que empiezan a salir. Esa fue una de las cosas que no entendía.
It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
What a nasty piece of work! Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place!
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no... Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
No! Don't do it, little girl!
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air.
I really like this story.
Porque es Shenhe.
But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of... When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the divine damsel.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get her some...
Ok. Tenemos que utilizar una visión. Supuestamente está entre todo en estos lugares, pero... Roca estelar, se necesitan 2. Supuestamente estoy en el área, pero habrá que subir a esta montaña de aquí. Ahí está la cámara de Hare. Diablos. Pensé que estaba un poco más cerca de eso. Ya se me está acabando la barra de estamina. Okidoki, vamos. Hay que dejar que se... Lo bueno es que en la región de Sumeru, cuando va subiendo montañas altas, hay algunas como flores que básicamente te regeneran, pero solo están ahí. En otras regiones no hay nada de esto. Así que básicamente tienes que encontrar un lugar donde tu personaje se pueda poner de pie y... Vaya, vamos a ver, pensé que estando aquí arriba sí podrían ver, pero no. Creo que esa es una. Hierro estelar, ahí está, ya tenemos una. Pero ¿dónde está la otra? Ah, aquí está.
Should be enough Star Splinter iron. Now we just need to find that Subrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhong said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
No, ahí está el primero.
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Huh. He didn't...
Hello, sir. We were just passing by.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Shenhe, Yunjin.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors were true. So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. But I think you can find some information in the village. This place is deserted now. No one ever comes here. So you can rummage around all you want.
Huh?
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go. Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
Okay, then let's see what we can...
Muy bien, vamos entonces. Allá está, allá está algo. Entonces vamos a ver. Venimos aquí. Ah, dos cosas hay aquí, perfecto. Aquí está la primera.
What's this?
No te viajes las gadas. El médico ha dicho que estás muy enferma, no te preocupes, te salvaré aunque tenga que gastar todo nuestro dinero. Cara está más delgada y pálida y no hay medicina que te pueda curar. Siento como si mi corazón estuviera de calor. Si pudiera, te juro que preferiría ser yo quien sufre tu dolor. Dijiste que no te arrepientes de nada en esta vida, que lo único que querías era cuidar bien de la pequeña Shenhe. Pero si no te arrepientes de nada, ¿por qué lloras? No sé por qué estoy haciendo últimamente, no le encuentro sentido a vivir y no dejo de buscar los libros, una forma de salvarte, pero nunca encuentro nada. Lo encontré. Mingjun escondía el libro con el que podré salvarte. Me llevé el libro y tal como decía en él, invoqué un dios y le ofrecí un sacrificio. Cuando el dios apareció, le dije que estaba dispuesto a intercambiar mi vida por la suya. Se quedó en silencio y señaló a nuestra pequeña Shenhe. El dios dijo que Shenhe estaba maldita y destinada a provocar el desastre. Aunque viviera, solo heriría a los demás e incluso puede que acabara conmigo mismo. En ese caso yo la abandoné en una cueva que me indicó el dios. Pasaron 3 días y no había recibido ninguna noticia. La impaciencia y la intranquilidad se apoderaron de mí y entonces tuve un mal presentimiento. Perdóname, mi amor, Shenhe, perdóname tú también. Perdí la cabeza, por favor dejen que me disculpe ante ustedes en persona.
So, Shenhe is the divine damsel?
Eso parece.
Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster. Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it.
Por eso es que los que son, los que tienen los elementos cryo, algunas de sus historias son las más tristes. No todos, no todos. Pero sí, muchos de los que tienen visiones cryo o que usan el elemento cryo tienen eso. En la aldea había una familia exorcista. En solo 10 días la madre falleció por la enfermedad, la hija desapareció y poco tiempo después el padre se colgó de un árbol.
But in fact, he summoned an evil god's remains, which took the form of a monster.
Tras una investigación se descubrió que en la atmósfera de alguna vez había restos de un dios maligno. No se pudo confirmar si de verdad los hubo o no, pero los aldeanos se sintieron demasiado intranquilos y se mudaron. Si has llegado a nuestra aldea, ten mucho cuidado.
His obsessive yearning for his deceased wife led to a terrible tragedy. The villager... Still, I do wonder what the connection is between Shenhe and Mingjin.
Un sueño del pasado.
Still no mention of Sabrosium. Let's have a look over there.
Hay algo más aquí todavía. ¿Otra historia o qué más? La magia sellada en el Subrontion puede permanecer ahí por mucho tiempo. De hecho, hay quien piensa que tiene el poder de conectar con las energías positivas y negativas del mundo. Pero encontrar este mineral no es tan fácil, se necesita el tiempo y la ubicación adecuada. Según la leyenda, si esperas al crepúsculo en el centro del lago que hay al sur de la cordillera Tengen y caminas en dirección a la puesta del sol, tal vez encontrar algo.
So basically, we need to go to... Let's go back and tell
Shenhe. Lanza de hielo de 5 estrellas. Ya tenemos la lanza de hielo de 4 estrellas en Rosaria. Y se viene otra lanza de hielo de 4 estrellas.
I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to...
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you.
Shenhe, we're back!
Don't...
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, I'll tell you more about the old times next.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look. This tells us how to find Sabrosium.
Let's go.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to... Just now, in the village.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my...
It's okay. I like your version.
But,
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in...
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person...
Shenhe! Yunjin! Cut the chit! We can't let someone else beat us!
Esta es la estatua de uno de esos guardianes. Bien, ahora hay que mover el reloj. Dice las 17:30. El crepúsculo, como dicen. The Twilight. Y antes de continuar, maravillas del mundo, un sueño del pasado. Sé testigo de la verdadera historia de una aldea. Recompensa ahí. Y ahora se activa. Supuestamente tengo que ir aquí en esta dirección. Busca el sobre. Están solo los patos. Hey, Xiao, ¿qué haces aquí? What are you doing over here, buddy?
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea?
Los peligros del mar.
Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved for now. But these things can be unpredictable. I have a contingency plan of my own. Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
Entendido, Xiao. Oh, ahí está. Ahí está el desgraciado.
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in! Paimon's curious if Beto's made any progress.
Suburación. Materiales raros, extraños. Ahora tenemos que llevárselo aquí al herrero. Sí, a veces algunas de estas misiones tienen combates, otras no, pero tranquilos, tranquilos, take it easy, como dicen por ahí. Pero ahorita lo que vamos a hacer es, como les digo, vamos a dirigir a un lugarcito ahí, movernos de un lado para otro. Esto posiblemente es lo que me gusta del juego. Esta es la historia de todo. Básicamente, en lo que hacemos una cosa, descubrimos lo que es el pasado de un personaje.
Goodness.
So,
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good guess. Now it's my time to
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up.
leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about. Don't worry.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next, but where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the...
Los Shenhe comienzan a preparar el núcleo de los prodigios.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my masters.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there.
Bien, ahora nos dirigimos a... ¿va? Ahí está. Nuevo talismán y todo. El núcleo no me recuerdo que lo hay. El talismán sí lo tengo. Pero ahora, ok, ahora ya me recuerdo de dónde... ¿Por qué me parecía este talismán? No me acordaba. El núcleo ya está. Bueno, ya casi vamos. Ok, permítame un segundo, que creo que voy a tener que hacer un pequeño cambio aquí en mi grupo. ¿Quién llevo? Creo que voy a tener que llevarme a... Me llevaré a Bennett.
You want me on your team?
O me llevo a... No, me llevaré a Shanglin. Más que todo porque ya van a ver a lo que me refiero.
Ningguang's little secretary, we found all the materials!
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. The Wonder Cores and Adepti Sigils look... I hereby announce that the...
What? It's over already? I haven't even found the Plustrate yet!
I can't believe it. So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade...
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was...
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please...
Alright then. Guess we'll head up. This has been a...
Bueno, aquí estamos ya. Aquí está la nueva cámara de Jade.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are... Thank you all for your work.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement.
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your...
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber? The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is...
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly.
You're quite welcome.
Oh, a traveler, Shenhe, Pine...
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your sister's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on...
Wow. You're a mind reader, Ningguang.
Puede decirlo todo, bueno.
Guess Pine...
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that...
Wow. Paimon had...
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me so I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Good. No more questions from us.
Me? Thank you. But I don't have anything to add.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, just don't waste it.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense.
Oh, a sense?
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it. Perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou! It's your...
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millelith have set up an ambush.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back. Stay alert.
Beidou? Ningguang? What are you talking about?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation.
La ceremonia de ascenso. Ahí va.
When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of My wish has not changed to this very... I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, and I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence!
La ceremonia de ascensión. Ahí volvió.
Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming!
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No.
Huh?
In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
¿Cómo rayos es que Ningguang es de 4 estrellas? Pero básicamente el tremendo poder que tiene. El barco de Beidou. Estas cinemáticas son las que yo hablo.
All hands! Tsunami incoming!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
You are a cursed child.
Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
Aquí vamos. El poder de Shenhe. Ahí vamos a la pelea. Como digo, estas cinemáticas son las que me gustan de este juego.
What are
Y si
you
ustedes se
doing
preguntan,
here?
¿qué pasó? Bueno, es que yo ya me enfrenté a este monstruo.
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
Eso es lo que yo no tenía la última vez. Man, ya solo un golpe le hace falta supuestamente, pero no es tan fácil. Lo que yo no tenía era un arquero. Me vine a pelear, pero sin arquero. Son tres cabezas las que aparecen. Y tengo que tener cuidado de cada cabeza. ¡Ah! Ten cuidado, Ganyu.
We're way behind schedule. Born of ice and frost. Next on the agenda.
Nivel 49, ok. Los tengo nivel 60 estos. Básicamente están un poco más fuertes. Cuando me enfrenté a este monstruo sí estaba todo nivel 50. Por eso que fue un poco más duro este. Diablos. Ay, tampoco puedo darme. Ay, no puedo darme el lujo de perder a Ganyu.
There is no escape.
Esto es lo que les digo, me está fallando el control. No puedo perder a mi arquera. Ah, rayos.
Take this.
Nice and spicy.
Son tres cabezas y la cosa está de que como tenía que acercarse esa desgraciada, esta pelea se llevó me llevó como más de una hora la primera vez que la hice, pero porque no tenía un arquero. Hubiera tenido un arquero en ese momento, pero no tenía buenos arqueros que digamos. ¡Diablos! ¡Ah, Shanling!
Next on the agenda.
Ahí viene.
Illusion shattered.
Diablos. Como no puedo perder a Ganyu, tengo que... Esa recarga de energía es lo que tengo que mejorar de los personajes. Vengadora del Vórtice, Bates. Y el que nos enfrentamos primero es social. Bueno, no nos enfrentamos directamente.
Boba, get them!
There is no escape!
Lightning flash!
¿Dónde está? Hay que matarle las cabezas primero.
Illusion shattered! We're way behind schedule.
Esa tercera cabeza que está allá a lo lejos, esa es la que más daño nos está causando. Ya está, primera cabeza destrozada. Ahora solamente queda esa otra tercera que está un poco más viva. Y una vez que le dé esa cabeza, wow, parece que se enojó. Vamos, solamente necesito que se me acerque esa maldita cabeza. No, esa no es. Es esa de ahí, la del lado derecho. Muy bien, ahora. Diablo, se me escapó la desgraciada. Esto es lo que me gusta de Raiden Shogun. Cambia de una lanza a una espada. ¡Ah! Desgraciada. Y ahí está. Destrozada.
Shouldn't we go after her?
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the place collapsed, the consequences would be disastrous. Let's head back.
Ay, qué idiota, no utilicé a Shenhe, no volví a utilizar a Shenhe, se me fue por completo. No pude utilizar su habilidad. Ah, qué idiota, y la estaba guardando. Ah, fudge. Bueno, no hay problema. Shenhe regresa, va a regresar dentro de como aproximadamente 2-3 meses, según los rumores. Olvidé utilizar su habilidad especial, puchica, lo hubiera utilizado. Estaba tan concentrado en los 4 que llevaba que se me olvidó que tenía Shenhe.
I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that, she'll likely seek refuge somewhere else.
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish.
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted. When you visit the Jade Chamber in the future, you will be afforded generous treatment.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyun Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you. How are the Millilith?
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our losses were minimal. Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millilith, thank you for your service.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the compliments. I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to protect you.
Let the soldiers recuperate. But don't let your guard down. If she returns with a vengeance, we must be prepared.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly...
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been... If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time.
Y hay algo que se viene también.
Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough. But there will no doubt be further trials to come in the future. Do not suppose that one will not continue observing you hereafter.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure Liyue's safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago, and noticed the air of dejection. Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
Yes. I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe. She is a dear child. In fact, one has many
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. One shall...
Please, have a good rest. We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that
Ok, pero antes de irnos, tengo que marcar esta área. Porque si ustedes pueden ver, siempre hay que poner esto para cuando encuentres materiales. Y siempre se me ha olvidado marcar esta de aquí. Ajustes de equipos. Maravillas del mundo completo. La construcción de la cámara de Jade. Derrota Base, la vengadora del vórtice. Ahí está. Más protogemas. O sea, básicamente todos esos logros se van acumulando y al irse acumulando, al completarlos, ahí se van dando recompensas. Así es como uno también puede hacerse de protogemas. Claro, no muchas. Oh, pero ¿qué estoy haciendo? Si yo básicamente puedo subir, ya me puedo teletransportar directamente en la cámara de Jade. Antes no podía. Ve qué idiota. Y se me fue, y por completo se me fue Shenhe. Mondstadt, la nación de la libertad. Liyue, la nación de los contratos. Inazuma, la nación de la eternidad. Sumeru, la nación de la sabiduría. Y bueno, aquí venimos entonces a ver esta parte de aquí.
Wow! Everyone's already seated! It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade Chamber.
all of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you, those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses, but it is far from the only...
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. I hear she's going to perform the...
Hey! Look! Miss Yun!
Esta cinemática de aquí cuando salió hace como un año, básicamente, todos los que hicieron esta misión de evento, era una misión de evento, pero
披冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，倡议诸位听，知道为敌人不是，自有知音和情思，功名烈烈见了心，只知无愁心。彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang.
It was beautiful.
It was wonderful. Also,
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the Divine Damsel of Devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever. The play has an ending, but life goes on.
Thank you.
Ms. Yun, here you are. Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like an adeptus. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The Divine Damsel? Let me pull up a chair, all right.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your own choice.
Uh-oh, this feels all too familiar. Shenhe's back to her old self again.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe. Calm down.
La grulla regresa con el viento. Misión completada. Continuará. Parte de... Ok, entonces eso es lo que tengo en mi otra cuenta. Dragón de las... A ver. Maravillas del mundo. Completa la grulla. Regresa con el viento. Vaya. Sí, bueno, ¿cómo va? Bueno, y esto me viene pareciendo desde hace un buen rato, pero... Oh, vaya babosada, es que ya tengo para una llave, pero el problema está de que como ya me desbloqueé todos aquí. Ya están todos aquí. Espera, quiere decir que ya puedo ser Ningguang, ya puedo ser Ningguang y cómo que se llama Ok, perfecto ahí. También ya la puedo hacer entonces. Otra invitación a la cámara ya el requisito de bloqueo. Ok, perfecto ahí entonces. Ya tengo eso ya. ¿Hay alguna otra misión? Ah, entre bastidores. Habla con Liu Xiu, maestro del té de Liu del Tanheyu. Ok, esta. Hay otra misión más. Vaya, ya tenemos ya varias misiones ya. Junjin, Shenhe, Ningguang y aquí